Bienvenidos and welcome to another episode of Spain on a Fork. Today we're making a dish that's perfect for any time of the year, as you can serve it warm, at room temperature, or even chilled on a summer's day. We're talking garlic butter beans with spinach. This is known in Spain as Alubias de la Granja con Espinacas. And let me tell you, this dish is packed with so many great textures and flavors, made with heart-healthy ingredients, and the best part, it's all done in about 20 minutes. Folks serve these beans as a side dish, like they do in Spain, next to some grilled fish, or even as a main course, next to a crunchy baguette. Either way, this is the kind of food that with each bite, it's gonna fill your body with so much goodness. All right, let's begin by getting our ingredients ready. I'm gonna crack open a jar of butter beans. This is the same thing as the canned ones, and drain the beans into a fine sieve. The size of the jar I'm using is 570 grams, which is about 20 ounces. And we'll rinse the beans under some water. And like I always tell you, this is such an important step when you're working with canned or jarred beans, as it removes any of the preservatives. That way those beans can absorb all the flavors in the pan. Then we'll roughly chop 8 cloves of garlic, and roughly chop 150 grams of fresh spinach, which is about 5 ounces. I'm using fresh bag spinach here, but you can also use the frozen stuff. Just make sure to fully thaw it out beforehand and then pat it completely dry. For the next step, let's start cooking our dish. I'm gonna heat a large fry pan with a medium heat and add in 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, which is 30 milliliters. After a couple minutes, we'll add in the chopped garlic, and we'll mix it around continuously. That way the garlic doesn't brown too quickly and it all evenly sautés. After about 1 minute and the garlic is nice and fragrant, I'm going to add in half a teaspoon of dried thyme, which is about half a gram, and a quarter teaspoon of saffron threads, which is 0.17 grams. Link where you can get the golden saffron I'm using in the description box below. And we'll give it a quick mix, that way the saffron and thyme are evenly coating the garlic. Then we'll add in the drained butter beans and 1 cup of vegetable broth, which is 240 milliliters. Of course, you can use other types of liquids here, such as vegetable broth, beef broth, or even water if you like. Either way, link on how to make my homemade veggie broth in the description box below. Then we'll season with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. And we'll give it a gentle mix, that way everything is well mixed together, and then simmer it between 5 to 10 minutes, that way all the flavors can develop. After about 5 to 10 minutes, and you can see that the broth has reduced in half, I'm going to start adding in the chopped spinach in there and mixing it around, that way it easily wilts. And I like to add the spinach in there in batches, that way it doesn't overflow out of the pan. Once all the spinach has been added and it's lightly wilted, this dish is ready to go. I'm going to remove the pan from the heat and transfer everything into a serving dish. And for the final touches, I'm going to finely grate a kiss of manchego cheese. The one that I'm using has been aged for 6 months, but you can use whatever cheese you like. And we'll also finely grate a little lemon zest, making sure to avoid that white pith as it adds a bitter flavor. And check it out, folks, garlic butter beans with spinach, Alubias de la Granja con Espinacas. Super easy to make, such a beautiful presentation, and all done in about 20 minutes. Let's give it a try and see how it turned out. Once again, folks, Alubias de la Granja con Espinacas. This I cannot wait to try. It smells absolutely amazing in the kitchen. Here we go. Look how beautiful that is. I'm telling you, it's like all the flavors we added in there, you just melted into that dish right there. And the beans have such a great texture and you absorbed all that goodness. Once again, serve this as a side dish, next to some grilled fish, or even as a main course, as it's packed with protein. Either way, like I told you at the beginning, this is the kind of food that with each bite, it's gonna fill your body with so much goodness. Truly the kind of food we should all be eating. Really quick before I go, shout out to a couple of my patrons, Nancy T, David Anthony, Jean, and Maybeth Robles. And guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, leave me a comment below, and if you're not subscribed, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and click on the bell icon. That way you can get notified every time I release new content and to become a part of the Spain on a Fork family. Till the next time, hasta luego.